Wootton is going to share some stories with us about how real estate is impacting our nonprofit world with actual case studies. Jim, go ahead.
Well, in 2005, I had a church headquarters that was the district headquarters for 280 churches across our state come to me and say, hey, we need to get a much bigger facility and a better location. So he said, where do you think we should go and how do we do it? So I said, well, we have Polaris Mall, which is a brand new 200 stores, 15 hotels, and 50 restaurants. You need to be right here. That way, all 280 churches can drive here. It's a central location. And while they're here, their spouse can go shopping if they want. And they said, well, you know, we have maybe half of the down payment for something the size of what you're talking about. I said, yeah, but we're going to sell your other building. So anyway, what happened was it was $6 million. And I said, let's write a proposal to the owner for them to make $1 million gift, which will pretty much cover the down payment. Plus with the sale of your other building, it would be more than enough. And so they said, you think they'll do that? I said, well, if we don't ask, we're definitely not going to get it. So even if they say no, we're no worse off than if we don't ask, right? So we asked for the gift, and the owner was a developer who had built a building 6 years prior. And they immediately said yes to the whole proposal. And that resulted in them getting the building, and there was a tenant in the building that paid 100% of the mortgage payment. So they had all their space for free. Now that's a recurring theme in what I do for churches that are buying commercial property to use for themselves. Then I had a second transaction that was a similar situation, but they were not, it wasn't a church headquarters, but it was a church. And I had a transaction that failed, but I think it really lines up with why we have something that works with RAYOC, with real agents of change. And that is, I had an $11 million shopping center, and half of it, 55,000 square feet of it, was a big box grocery chain that had vacated the space. And it had another 55,000, had 12 tenants in it. That's just like any shopping center. So we were going to be able to get it. The seller agreed to $11 million valuation, which we could document with the income, and a $3 million gift, $8 million net. And we had a bank that was willing to finance the $8 million based just on the current income with this great big 55,000 square foot space empty. And they wanted to do it, but the board looked at it and said, well, you know, if we do this, we got to take care of the tenants. We got to pay taxes. We got to get insurance. Who's going to manage this? We don't want it. So we couldn't get it done. And this is what validates what Cammie said. They want the gift if it's cash. If it's $500 cash, they'll take it. But if it's a $500,000 real estate gift, they won't take it. Well, that's what I was experiencing here. It was $3 million gift. So I said to the listing realtor, I says, we got to somehow benefit from this. And we got a donor here that's willing to do this. Does he have any other shopping centers he would sell? He said, well, yeah, he's got this other one. It's 3 exits up. It's right up against the freeway and the outer belt. I said, good, I am going to sell it. So I found another church buyer. I said, I said, I got you a gift lined up here. We're going to go buy this shopping center. And it was $8 million with a $2.3 million gift I was telling you about sometime earlier. That it was 5.7 million cash, and it had the 12 tenants, same as the other. And it was going to pay 100% of the loan on the 5.7 million. So he agreed, let's do this. And we got it done. Now, here's what I want to say about them refusing the gift. The seller split the parcel so that it was a demising wall, and he sold the half that was going to be free, the first shopping center. He sold it for $6 million. $6 million. The charity lost out on $6 million in cold cash because they didn't want to fool with it. Well, now we got the solution. We have the solution. I don't want to see another charity miss out on $6 million because they don't want to deal with it. Because we got Realty Gift Fund that will take on this responsibility. You know, they got to look at the deal and agree to it, but they're going to do the management. If it takes that, they're going to pay the taxes for a few months. If it takes that, they're going to hire a realtor, and they're going to do all this for a fee of 3 to 10%, depending on the size of it, and turn 90% of the cash in a check to the charity. And they don't even have to take title to it. All they got to do is deposit the check. How could they ever say no to this? I'm very excited about that.
And we're thrilled to have your expertise come to the table, because all the people that you've been working with around charitable real estate for 25 years are now going to have this different spin, this new option where they never manage, maintain, or hold the property. They simply let their donors know, hey, you know what? We don't even know how this works. But if you have real estate anywhere in this country of any size with any level of debt, we can actually benefit from that. Just reach out to our real estate team.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really that simple. Well, there you have it, friends. We do case studies of real estate that's been donated, whether it's a full out donation or a bargain sale, which is a partial donation and partial cash to the donor. And Jim Wootton is one of our experts who can help you with this type of a transaction. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'll help you get in front of your donors with this not new way. It's been around for over 100 years. It's just a new spin on how to benefit the nonprofits with gifts of real estate. Thanks for being here, Jim. Bye-bye.